the next question, 44, is the soul directly created by God? And
the soul is directly created by God. It is true that the human parents, father and mother, they contribute the part of the body. They contribute only because only God gives life even to that part. That's why we call the action of the parents procreation. They are partners with God in the making of a new human being. God alone inspires or creates the soul. And then we have a new human being right from conception. You can see immediately why abortion is not right. Because it is a killing of a human being from the beginning of the existence of that being. And contraception is the parents trying to stop God from creating a soul. It's a terrible thing. It is actually going against God in a clever way.
You know, I think it's so important because we take this so lightly. Birth control, artificial contraception, it's part of our culture, and we forget that this is the greatest faculty that a husband and wife had, is to cooperate with God in creating another human being that will live for all eternity. And by using artificial contraceptives, we're going against natural law and God's law.
Oh yes. Indeed, what you call natural law is God's law.
That's right.
Because it is God who made everything.
That's right.
So that it is actually, it cannot be correctly considered except in God's presence. Because it is God who established that that is how human beings will come into this world. If God wanted, he could create every human being independently without parents. But he did not decide to do so. He decided to make use of parents. He creates the soul, the parents cooperate in making the rest. But even there, he comes in. If therefore the parents, while positing the action from their part, do something to prevent that action from having effect, to prevent God from making a soul, it's rather serious. It's not a small matter at all. It's not a question of saying it is our culture, or we have 2 children already. That's not the point.
Even the Holy Father, when he was in the United States, he said, limiting the number of children should not be based on finances. And so many in America, they want to have their home and their 2 cars, and then they'll start having children, and within reason, because they want to save for their college. Well, the Holy Father is saying, no, this shouldn't be the reason for limiting the number of children.
No, those methods, artificial methods, are wrong because they go directly against God's plan. And that is the evil in them. If the parents can have a good reason for spacing their children, but the method must be acceptable before God. And that is the method called natural family planning. But we are not discussing that today. It just comes in. But it does come in because it is God who creates the soul and who cooperates with the parents the parents cooperate with God in the making of a human being. Is a sacred area. Any action, therefore, which suggests an attempt to get God out of the picture is a major act of revolt. It's not a small matter.
And I think even natural family planning has to be approached with spiritual direction and prayer. To just flippantly say, we don't want to have any children, we'll use natural family planning, is wrong. You know, I mean, you even have to approach that.
That mentality is wrong already from the start, because it is already anti-life.
That's right.
They are not in favor of life. That is, they are really saying to God, we are not going to allow you to procreate any new human being, only the 2 of us.
Right. Or maybe they just want to have 2 children, that's it, that's all. And they haven't talked to a confessor or a priest or approached it spiritually. They've tried to make that decision on their own, and we're saying that this is a big decision. And even natural family planning, you want to spiritually approach this through the grace of God and through a good priest to give you guidance in this area.
Yes, that's another way of saying before God.
Yes.
God must not be out of the considerations because it is a major area, a major topic we are at.